Hello, we're back for another week. So, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Seekers Chronicles Paranormal Historians, where
Hi, everybody.
history. I didn't finish. Where
Sorry.
history, where history meets the paranormal. Now, hello everybody. So,
Hello.
we're always arguing, her and I. So,
Yeah, no, it's like no wonder people think we're married.
so
The way we yell
how's
at each other.
everything, everybody? So, yeah, I mean, the weekend was the weekend. We didn't do much this weekend. I was pretty much home. Um, and that's pretty much it. But we do got things coming up. Um, First, I want to, if anybody's in Fresh Meadows, Queens, or anything, I'm gonna be part of an art show. I'm putting my my spirit art in there. And last year I got an honorary mention on one of my pictures. It's called the 38th annual Spring Art Festival. That's in 2026. It goes from May 4th to May 9th. So my stuff's gonna be out displayed. It's out in Flushing, New York, Queens. So if you guys are interested, hit me up and I'll give you an address. Anybody in the area, that'd be great if you guys want to
I
come.
love it.
And,
Hey,
and not
you
only
did
me,
really
my
well last
son's going to
year.
be in it. Anthony, my son's going to be in it also. And
Really?
yeah, he has four pictures. He has paintings. He can perform his paintings, and I'm going to perform my sketches in there. So it should be a good show. You know, it's next. It's like another week, 2 weeks. I got to drop off the artwork tomorrow, and it's going to be great. We should have a good time
Nice.
with that.
Nice.
Spirit art in an art show. It's not a spirit art show. It's an art show where everybody has all kinds of stuff. You got to do with my union. The local three. The
Nice.
electrical union. Is that part of the bingo thing? Um,
No. Yeah,
so,
no, I'm a retired electrician is on the bingo card.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
also we have coming up this Thursday. I'm going to show the event. Do you want to explain some of it? I'm going to show a
Sure.
picture of it. Here we go.
Sure. Oh, please do.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
to be at that. Me, Kim, and Jennie, and Richard
Yep.
Marshall is going to be there. So it should be a
Uh-huh.
good show. So this is Jennie's poster, so I'm going to let her explain it.
Sure. So we are, ladies and gentlemen, halfway to Halloween this week, if you can believe it. I know.
Okay.
So we are celebrating Walpurgis in Dutch, Walpurgisnacht, which is it's celebrated in Europe a lot. It's halfway to Halloween. It's witches. They do witches dances all over the world. They synchronize them. They're going to be doing it in Chester, New Jersey, and then we're going to have a whole festival that night. We're having card reading, psychics. Anthony, Kimm, and Richard and I are going to do an investigation at the PH Steakhouse and Tavern, which we've investigated before. It's really, really old and
Yeah, pretty cool.
really cool. Yeah, really cool place. Lots of history there. So Chester, New Jersey, if you can make it, you get a really good meal out of the ticket too. It's not just a ticket to investigate like usual. You get a really nice meal out of it
They
in
make
the
great
ball.
cannolis.
Yeah, they have really good cannoli. Oh, wait.
Is it? Oh, we got a
Everybody
drink.
knows we have a drinking game on
Oh,
the
I
show.
got my
You say
drink back here
cannoli, you
now.
drink.
Yeah,
hmm
I'm
So,
drinking
yeah,
water tonight, flavored water.
yeah, good thing because we say cannoli a lot. Um, So that's this Thursday night. If anybody wants, to come along, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we should have a good time. This is
Yeah,
something I never expected to be part of, you know, um, witches and all that stuff.
yeah,
Getting into the paranormal really brings you into different fields of everything. I mean, when I was a kid, I seen spirits, I seen all these things, and I started drawing and all that stuff. I never thought after all these years I'd be getting, talking to people that into fairies or Bigfoot or cryptics or UFOs and
yep,
witches. I mean, it's
yep.
it's it's pretty cool that the field opened up that much that once you get in there, there's so many different people, there's so many different genres and everything part of it that you get into, and I think it's great. It's great that we're
And
all
horror. Don't forget
You know,
horror.
well,
There'll be the I
horror.
Heart Horror
Yes,
people will be there.
we
Yeah.
got horror going too with the horror
Yep.
shows. That's another one of my favorites. Paranormal and horror go side to side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. They
I mean,
do.
one of the first shows I ever watched was when I was a kid was Dark Shadows with Bonnie McCollins with the vampires and all kinds of
Uh-oh. That might be
cool
on the
stuff.
bingo card too.
So,
Vampires.
so yeah, it was yeah. You know all about vampires, Vampirilla.
I
Yeah.
do.
So
I do. I
so
do.
yeah, I mean it's just a great. Oh, I didn't. I know I'm talking about it. And I got the Chiller shirt on. I used to go to Chiller Fest in Jersey, and we used
Nice.
to. I thought it was cool because you got to meet a lot of the horror. That's one of the first places I went. I met all these horror people from the horror shows and all the different shows and movies and everything. I thought it was the greatest
Right.
thing.
It was
You
all
know?
supernatural at that time. Like it was
Yeah.
all put together, like supernatural
Well,
stuff.
this
Yeah.
was still in the 2000s. You know, it was but yeah,
Okay.
different movies and shows and everything, and so I thought it was
Cool.
pretty cool. So
And over the weekend, I went to Rutgers Day. So I got my Rutgers shirt on because I went to Rutgers Day on Saturday. And I actually did an outdoor investigation on Sunday at my favorite place, the Van Vechten House, built in 1725 here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, right next to Somerville.
oh, awesome.
So
You
yeah, a
you
little
got
bit
your-
inside,
you
but
got
a
your
lot
fix.
outside. 'Cause we've been meaning to do that. So they've
You
done
got
a
your
dig
fix.
recently and found a lot of stuff. So I thought, well, it's all dug up.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow,
Let's see what we get. Yeah, I left the camera, so we'll see.
cool. See what
We'll
happens.
see how long it lasts.
Yeah,
How
well,
long my card lasts. Yeah. We'll
yeah.
see.
Tell me. I mean, if you have a big card, it'll last a while, but the
Yeah.
battery usually dies first.
I left it plugged in, but we'll see.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
I was like, just let me leave it. Yeah, because
So
they've seen apparitions and things. Let's see. You never know. You never know, people. Anyway,
the spirits want to show you
Anyway.
what they want to show you and give you what they want to give you. So that's
Thank
the
you.
way it is.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
That is correct.
they're not gonna give you anything they don't want to share with you. So
Yeah.
it's
So
not
that's
like
that.
a bear trap where you grab it. So we have a great guest tonight. I got
Yes, we
Fangirl
do.
over here. Fangirl is going
Yeah,
to be.
I put fangirl because I'm such a fan. You always
a
know when I'm
fangirl.
super fan of our guests because I always write fangirl underneath. It's only happened like a
Fangirl.
couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
look, you're the fangirl.
if I
So-
read the book and I'm a big fan, I always write fangirl that night. So people are ready for me to go all fangirl.
And if it's not fangirl, it's vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be the bingo card too. Yeah.
That's a
We'll
vampire.
explain that. We'll explain
fangirl.
that to our guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Um,
him.
One more
Jennie,
thing, Melissa
Jennie.
Blackman's in the audience, and I'm going to meet her in June. I actually going to
okay.
meet one of our viewers, and I'm very excited. I'm going out to Kansas City in June, and Melissa and I are going to get together.
Yeah, but Melissa, you take her away from the show that Tuesday.
I know, that's
She's
right.
not going to be in the show. I'm going to be all by myself, alone solo.
Maybe she and I will come on. Send us a link. We'll come
That'd be
on.
great. Yeah, it's like having
be
great time. Enjoy the show.
Maybe we'll hit the Sally house without you.
Do what you got to do. Hey,
Just
I won't.
kidding.
I won't hate. I'm not a
Just
hater.
kidding. I know, no hate here. No hate on this show.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah,
right.
same. All right, so we don't have Kimm tonight, but we do have Kimm's stuff. So
Yes.
for those of you who are, Kimm's the fan favorite. So for those of you looking forward to Kimm's readings, we got it. We got it tonight.
Yes, we have a
So-
reading from Kimm tonight, which is awesome.
Yep.
But she didn't get a chance to video it, so she sends us a copy, a hard
Yeah,
copy.
you'll get me reading it.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
and Jenny's going to read it, and I have the notes of it. I'm going to be putting on the screen.
I feel like
So
I
it shows
should.
that you get, and
Yeah.
the location, I didn't know until like 5 minutes ago. So I was still, I'd never been there, so I really don't know the location.
I still don't know it. So
Yeah.
lest you think we told her anything, neither one of us know it.
Yeah,
As
right.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally
Okay.
keep it a secret. Anyway.
let's
Where were we?
introduce our guest before the show's over.
Yes, please. I know, my goodness. I'm dying. All right. So can I do it? Because I'm a fangirl.
Well, you want to bring her in?
Oh yeah, I do want to bring her in
Okay,
tonight.
good talk.
Everyone, we have a wonderful guest. We have the creator of Hushed Up History and author and friend, investigator. Bring her on, Sarah Blake, please.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hi. Hey guys.
how you
Hi.
doing? How you
I feel
doing?
like, I feel
I
like
am
it's so
great.
weird to hear you talk back to me because I watch you so much. Like
You
I
hear
feel
my
like
voice all the time,
this
just
is so cool.
rambling
I
of
hear you
things.
all the time, and I like you never talk back to me. So this is really cool.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
Jenny, thank you so much for watching every video
I
I
watch
put. I
everyone.
always love seeing your name pop up. I appreciate
I
that so much.
love
Good
it.
one, Bobby.
We're going to talk all about it. And then we're going to make
Awesome.
everybody a fan. I have to say, this is a pretty funny joke. They joke that I'm a vampire because I'm so pale and because I don't sleep and all that.
I
and I
mean-
don't eat. Yeah, right. Exactly. So Bobby actually made a funny joke, fangirl or fangirl.
Yeah, the
That was
fangirl,
good.
fangirl.
Hi,
I thought that was a
Sarah.
good one. I didn't know Bobby's so funny. That was a good one.
That was a very good one. And happy belated birthday, Tara. So we have like such
Oh,
nice
your
viewers.
birthday?
You're gonna
Happy
love
birthday.
you're gonna love their questions. You're gonna love our audience. We have a really nice
Awesome.
audience.
It was your birthday. Happy birthday. I
Tara.
thought you
Happy
said
Not
your
birthday.
birthday.
Tara.
Whose
I
birthday
know it's
was?
my accent.
Tara,
I'm the one
Tara?
with the accent here, Anthony.
You're getting,
Come on.
You're the accent person, not me.
Yeah, I know. I
Come
know.
on. I got no
I
accent.
know.
You got the accent.
Foreigners. Let me tell you.
These foreigners.
So, Sarah, welcome to our
Hi.
show, our crazy show. You already know we
Thank
have a
you.
drinking game. When you say cannoli, you take a drink. Anytime that comes up.
Got it ready.
We also have a bingo card, which Kimm usually goes like that when we hit a bingo card thing, because we find that we always come back to things like there are themes that always come up. And let's see if some of them come up tonight with you.
Fantastic.
It's kind of fun,
What's the
right?
prize?
Yeah. I mean, we have guests from every field and we'll find that the same thing will come up. It's so
Some
funny.
connective tissue always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. It's like Kevin Bacon. Yeah. It's really cool. Yeah. So, Anthony, go ahead. Sorry. I'm going to try and control myself.
What? I didn't say nothing.
I know, but I'm fangirling already. Go ahead. Get started with your start questions.
Wait, I'm trying to set up the screen. I reversed the screen so you can read Chilla. I mean,
Chilla.
It's
It
funny
was
you're
like-
wearing that shirt today because I saw on a Facebook memory that 14 years ago I was at Chiller Theater today.
really?
Really?
Yeah. 14 years ago today, stomping around
Yeah.
Chiller
Okay.
Theater.
I used to go all the time. We used to stay have a
Good time.
room, and that's the first spot they were. And they had two hotels connected, and we used to stay in one and go down, and the next day and go and
It was
hang
so
out in the
much
hotel.
fun. It
Yeah, it
always
was
was so
great.
much fun.
I met so many people there and everything, and so that was an awesome place. It really was. I met the cast from True Blood. There and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I
it
love
just
that.
happened also this past weekend, right?
Yeah, I noticed it was like,
Yes.
oh, I haven't been there because then they moved, and when they moved to the new place, it was a lot different than the old
Yeah.
place. It was, but yeah, I really like to go back and just walk around and network a little bit because I was going to get a booth there. This is,
Really?
and because I like getting booths at places, we show the art, we talk about the podcast, and it's a little expensive because we don't sell nothing.
Right.
I'm now that like I have the book and I have the thing on Signal and all that, I'm doing more and more of like looking into getting booths and going to events and all that fun stuff. And some of them I'm just like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I noticed a lot of the horror ones, and because I've been trying to get into other genres and everything, and
Mhm.
like the ones with the horror shows, not all of them, but if they're paranormal horror, it's reasonable. But if it's just like strictly horror or strictly something, I'm like, if you don't sell nothing, it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay to go to these locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
And you got to
it's nice
drive
get
there and
yourself
get a
out there and
hotel.
stuff,
Yeah.
And
Brutal.
if I did have the book one day,
Do it.
You
Do
will.
the book.
You will.
Do the book.
I mean, I've
Don't give up.
got enough for 3 books right now.
Do it.
I got the theme and everything. I got to get.
Well,
maybe
you
after
got an
the
author
show
right
we'll
here.
talk about the your publisher. So, oh, you got a Shanley shirt on.
I do. One of my favorite places. I love the Chandler.
I just spoke there at the.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
What?
oh, was that a check?
Yeah,
Chandler?
Chandler.
yeah.
We talk about the Chandler all the time.
Every time.
All right, perfect.
Every time.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
spoke at there. They had the Casper event, the meetup.
I
And,
saw it. You like did the sketches and everything. I think
Yes.
you were talking about it last week, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
last Monday.
She was here.
So yeah, it was
Yep.
great. And then I stayed overnight, but I went to sleep. I didn't feel like going home. I just went upstairs and passed out.
Lame.
What room was it?
Lame.
Rose's
Okay.
room. Rose's room.
Where do you
Yeah.
stay in, Sarah? What's your room there?
I mean, I've been in a bunch of them. I've been in Maddie twice.
Okay,
I think that's the only one that I've repeated.
Maddie. Yeah, I like Maddie.
But I love that place so much.
Yeah.
I will go there for any reason,
Yeah.
anytime.
You get Kelly. When I go there, Kelly or Tracy or I walk in and they say your room's ready for you. They know what room I got already. Really. I
don't know.
think I've been there about 5 times already this year.
The
Yeah.
Shanley, I reached out to Kelly earlier this year and asked if I could write a book about the Shanley.
Hmm.
So at some point, that's on my list of things floating around up here to get on paper. Is I want to write the book about the Shanley.
I've been going to the Shannon since like
You heard it here first.
2010, 2011, and
Yeah.
I knew the old owner and everything.
Oh, okay. How
Have you
do
asked
you
somebody
feel it
to talk
compares
away?
now?
Huh?
Well, how do you feel it compares, both as a place and also do you feel like the hauntings are any different?
Right now, I think it's a lot more different because when Sal had it, it was he had specific stories that they told, and it was just upcoming. He just first made it into like a paranormal hotel. You know, you go there, you stay there and spend the night stuff. I mean, there was no heat. It was third floor, didn't have no windows. It was all bags. The bordello had no doors on them. It was all shower curtains that was strung in front of their room.
I remember.
The where she has her the seance area now, where she has this big, that wasn't even open. That was like Sal's workbench thing in there.
I remember being in that room before it was like redone and everything, and it was like that room looked like the third floor at the time.
Yes.
And I mean, we went in there, but I mean, it
When
was,
she first opened it, I think it was the first night that we were there. She goes, "You guys want to go in there?" And and we went in, and I was there with a bunch of people, and it was a cool night. It was like it was freezing in that room because there was no heat and nothing. You went in there, and we went in. Of course, we used to go during the winter and stuff, and it was freezing in that room. You're blowing smoke and you're doing it. You know, like a true investigator. It's freezing. It's cold, and it's like, and you're still trying to get an answer. The basement was, well, at the time we were allowed to go down the room where the bootleggers hid the liquor.
oh,
Yeah, I went down there. Matter of fact, I went down there and I shut the lights off and I stayed there, and I ended up with spiders all over me.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
See, ghosts.
Spiders don't bother me, except if they're crawling like towards my ears or my nose.
Yeah.
And
No.
they're trying to get in
Okay,
your
enough
nose,
of that.
it's
Like ghosts, fine. I am totally okay with dead people. Spiders, no.
Yep.
No, thank you. I used to work at a crematory. I worked there for a couple of years, and nothing about that job bothered me, except it was located in a field in a cemetery, and it was surrounded by like woods and like cornfields on one side.
Okay.
Nothing about that job bothered me except the spiders that would get in around. They were massive. And I'm like, that's what you tell people I work at a crematory and they're like, oh, what's the worst part about it? And they're expecting some real interesting answers, but I was always like, it's the spiders. Everything else is fine. Spiders, can't do it.
Oh my God. No, the spiders. It's the spiders. Yeah. No, I'm not afraid of
Giant
spiders.
wolf spiders, just like, oh, no, thank you.
I mean, I have so much evidence from that place. I got so much stuff for the pictures and everything.
Oh
So
my God, you two could talk for days.
I could
about the
talk. I
Chandler.
could talk for days about the
I mean,
Chandler.
I've been
Yeah,
there
me
many
too.
times, and I like it. But
I love
how
it.
has it changed for you, Sarah? Like compared to when you first started? Because then
I
I
mean,
want to compare your answer to Anthony's.
there's a lot of, I mean, the biggest like just construction or like repair thing has mainly been the seance room, because the first
Yeah.
couple times we went, it was just like you had said, there was like workbenches. It wasn't like finished in any way,
Mhm.
shape, or form.
Right.
And then the first time I walked into it when it was done was just like I would never know what that. They did such an amazing job with that room,
Isn't
and they
it?
made it such a great space. In
Mhm.
terms of like spirits and hauntings, I
Yeah.
mean, every time I've gone there, I've experienced something.
Yes.
Every single time,
Really?
and none of it has been overly negative. The last time I was there, I wouldn't even call it negative, but it definitely wasn't warm and friendly and fuzzy compared to most times. But I mean, every time I'm there, something happens. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean,
I think
and
that's why people
I
go
have
there.
a feeling women experience more than men.
Really?
Yeah. And I had a lot of experiences there, don't get me wrong. But I think because of certain locations the women go in, they're not supposed to be there.
the gentleman's quarters.
Like you mean the gentleman's quarters?
Gentlemen's quarters.
That's so active, right?
Even the bordello, the women weren't treated right there.
Right.
Right? And even ago, I mean, when Sal was there, he told me that, and there's a story he told me, and they're saying no now. I don't know. But when they
Yeah,
used to
that's the
walk in,
problem.
they used to walk in, and the men go men to the left, women to the right, and
Mhm.
they stayed separate. The gentleman's area because had pool tables in there and a little bar, and then they had I guess I don't know what else they smoked cigars, whatever they did in there, and the women went over to the other side. I don't know what was over there because now they got the store there, and of course,
Yeah.
and also the back of the seance rooms in that
Right.
area. You know,
Yeah, I
but
love
there was
that
a wall
place.
back there one time too,
Yeah.
and so I don't know what to believe with that part. But yeah, it was men to the left, women, because it was like a men's location, a men's club, and they showed up with their wives or their gumads, and they go to the right or the left. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
I know
it
what you're
happens.
saying. Yeah.
I can't afford it, so I can afford a
So
wife.
is that
I can afford a
we're
good
going
wife.
right into Kim's deep question, but it leads to it. Is that like your soul place? Like, are you attracted? Like, what's the place that you're called to? Is that it?
I mean, I love the Shanley. I do love it there. As far as places that just call to my soul and like that
Yes.
is like my heart home.
Right.
I don't have one specific building, but Massachusetts.
And
Massachusetts
love it. And
is
Kim's
where
from Massachusetts. Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
North
He
Shore,
Kim's from
She's
Massachusetts
Massachusetts.
working. Oh,
is
Kim's
my
from
place.
Massachusetts. Yeah.
that just means you'll have to come back and talk to Kim. Yeah, she's from Massachusetts, but she's taking
Where
care
in
of the horses.
Massachusetts?
I don't know.
She mentions it every week. I don't know.
Yeah, she does, but I don't know Massachusetts at all. So I'm like, okay.
She talks because she's in Jersey, and that's what she talks
Yeah.
basically
Well,
Jersey. And then
now
when we got
she's here.
gas, we talk about wherever they are.
Yeah.
What state? What state do you think is the most haunted? Because we have our opinion on the show from interviewing a
Our
lot of
bingo
people.
card.
It's funny. I was just reading something about this the other day
Top
about
three.
people asking like what is like the most haunted like area in the country. And it was funny because so many people were like, oh, it's the Northeast. That's the Northeast. That's where that's where it was first settled. That's the oldest. But I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not like the rest of the country was just empty.
Right.
Yeah.
Or,
Right.
you know,
And we'll get to that, but you tell stories about the whole country. So yeah, about
Yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
So,
but I mean, definitely, I think the Northeast has a lot because of, it's
it was a
wild
settlement.
history there.
Yeah.
But you can't discredit, the rest of the country. You can't discredit, the border of Canada, the border of
Right.
Mexico. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. As far as what I think is the most haunted, I'm not sure. But I don't know if you can say if there's a most, just because there is so much.
I agree.
What do you
Because you can
guys
make an argument for a lot of them, right? Like
Yeah.
you could say it's,
Right.
Massachusetts. That's a good guess. That's as good as anything. You could say Pennsylvania. You could say that. Like, I mean, you
Yeah.
could make an argument, right?
Mhm.
We get
But I mean,
on this show,
Yeah.
Ohio, a lot.
Yeah,
Ohio.
a lot of our guests bring up Ohio for hauntings, cryptics, even UFOs.
Yeah.
And
Ohio is
Ohio,
wild. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's becoming more and more into the conversation of just wild things happening. You had,
Exactly.
you had the meteorite, you had the cryptid, the Bigfoot sightings lately, and I'm hearing more and more and more about Ohio. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's interesting.
So you hear us. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely, everybody brings it up, and it's not just ghosts. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's like
Yeah.
And we
everything.
always wonder
Everything weird
why.
you could imagine is happening in Ohio.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
You guys
yeah,
are weird in Ohio. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
But,
you are.
but like
Not
I
at
said,
all. We have
we're
we
not
have
just saying that
people in
because
the
I
audience
don't
from
think
Ohio.
I haven't. I've been invited quite a few times, but sometimes it's a little hard to drive all the way to Ohio from Queens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like all our guests, and they bring it up. Or the most they and we had, I would say, at least a half a dozen or more guests bring up Ohio.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
say. So I
It's
mean,
frequent.
one day we'll get out there to see for ourselves. But that's interesting, you know,
Yeah.
because
I'm trying to
Massachusetts,
think,
of
did
course,
you
you
do
have
any?
the Plymouth Rock, all that. That's where they landed and all that stuff. And Plymouth
But
Rock
I
is the
mean,
size
you
of
know,
like this big, you know.
it's like
It's
Plymouth
like
Rock.
Yeah.
when I first went out there, I did I did the Paracon, the Massachusetts Paracon, a couple years ago with Sam Baltrusis, and I went there and people like, oh, the Plymouth Rock's right down there. It's like Plymouth Rock. Wow.
Yeah.
So
You always hear about it like it's some like mountain,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
some
Like
huge
Mount
thing, and it's
Rushmore.
just look
Yeah.
at
so you see a picture of people stepping on it, the drawings and everything. It's like this
Yeah.
big boulder, and I look at it, I'm like, that's it.
yeah.
Yep.
It's like this big.
Yeah.
It's enough for 1 foot to go on, you know.
Oh, I love it.
So it's interesting that it's there and everything, but I mean,
Yeah.
I was surprised. It's like,
What's
yeah,
like
of
right
course,
up Sarah's alley?
has a lot.
That's like right up Sarah's alley. That kind of stuff. Stuff
Yeah.
that we think we know, but we don't know. Which
We
is
don't
like
know.
such a good. This is a perfect show for you because Kim frequently talks about how we also talk about legends, right? And how we get there. And there's always like a boy who drowned. There's always a nurse who
Oh yeah.
whatever.
There's a
got
lady in a
killed
blue
by
dress.
someone. Right. There's
The
always a
woman on
lady
the
in a white
stairs in white.
Yeah. And then Kim is like our researcher extraordinaire. You know, Kim. She's an unbelievable researcher like you.
Love it.
And then she'll find out, this boy who drowned lived to be 90 years old, right? Whatever kind of thing. Like that. This is just a story
It's
that's
just a
been
He
story.
fell into the lake. We don't talk about how he got out,
the
No.
lake.
but he did fall in the lake.
No, you
You
get
told
it.
me
You
that's
get
it,
it, right? You get it. But we need to talk about you. We need to start from the beginning. Talk about when you were younger. Like, how did you get involved in this crazy stuff?
I mean, as far as the paranormal, I have always, from as long as I can remember, I've always loved the spooky, the ghosts, the paranormal, UFOs, the unknown. I always loved it. I always loved watching Unsolved Mysteries and Sightings and all of
Oh,
those
yeah.
shows. It was just always something that I absolutely loved. And I laugh about it now because, way back in grade school, I would have friends who on their bookshelves, they would have, the Babysitters Club, whereas my bookshelves had, communion and UFO books and Hans Holzer books, like all of this stuff. So it's just something
Yeah.
I've always really, really loved. And I've also really always loved history. I've always loved the past. And I've always asked, well, where is that from? Where does that come from? Where's the inspiration for that? So it just, the two of them merging together, it just
Yeah.
happens. And I mean, it's always been two things that I've always loved. So with Hushed Up History, now that I get to kind of make the two of them be friends, I love it.
Yep.
That's
Same. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we always
Exactly.
try to, I like with the show here. That's why, paranormal historians. It's like
Yeah, we always talk
we like
history.
where the history started of a
Yeah.
location, just for the history portion. But then, of course, we got to find, sometimes, with that history, you're like saying maybe that's where the haunting comes from.
Yeah.
You got it. You put the two together, but it's still separate,
Yeah,
which is good.
I've always said to people, like, I firmly believe that the paranormal and history should be best friends. They should be. They should work together. They should be talked about in the same loving, revered way. I mean, that's what hauntings are. It's the history coming back in one way or another.
That's and plus when we talk, we try to some of these old buildings, and we try to get people to go there to help them out. And that's what it's about,
Yeah.
Some of these old locations, it's too expensive to keep these locations. And if you're a private owner, money doesn't come in because of one investigation you have in a weekend.
Yeah.
There are weekends that you don't, or there might be a period of time you don't have it, and it catches up. Goes from heating to bathrooms, water.
Oh yeah.
Stuff. And I'm talking about like places that we could stay in and stuff. But then you got the big buildings like the Trans-Allegheny and all those things.
Yeah.
That you want to save the history. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. So it's very expensive just to keep those buildings. They don't get bad with taxes because they're historic sites, but still, just to maintain it. So the damn roof, if a roof, just to do a roof. I mean, over here, I know in Queens, we do a roof. It costs us like 20, 30 grand. I can imagine a roof on one of these big locations.
Yeah,
but
and they've got to conform to rules and everything, historical society rules and everything. So you were always into this, always into this.
As long as I can remember, I've always loved this stuff. I remember when I was very, very little, from watching like Unsolved Mysteries and Sightings and all that. When I was very, very little, like I want to say 6, 7, 8 years old, I used to play Ghost Hunter.
Wait, no, tell us. This is fantastic.
Like I would have like a little pad of paper, and I would like have something, and then I would move it, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'd move. We have time." But like, when I was really little, I was playing Ghost Hunter in the house. So
that's awesome.
That's so good. Awesome. Heard a noise upstairs. Footsteps. 7 o'clock.
But that's what probably got you into writing your books and everything too. From taking notes and walking around.
Are we always a writer?
You know what I mean?
That kind of just happened.
Okay.
Like I was never like, oh, I love writing when I was like in school. And then when I was in college, I started to enjoy it a little more, and then I started to enjoy it a little more, and I kind of got out of that very rigid idea of this is what the essay is, and I just kind of started to do my own thing with it a little more, and of course that means I liked it a little more, and then I started getting better responses to it. So then it turned into just something I had to do. So something like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. This is all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened was I started submitting entries to a website about weird places. And I started to like that more and more and more. Started to put my own flair on it more. Started to like it more. And how Hushed even came about was I was submitting entries to this website, and they got back to me, and it started to turn into like, hey, we really like what you're sending us, but we also can't use it because it's a great story, but it's not tied to a location that somebody can go and visit. And that's kind of our thing. So we love it, it's great, but we can't use it. And I remember it so clearly. I remember reading that email and then just going, well, then I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to write about it, and I'm going to put it up online. And it's not like I had any background in doing that, but I was just like, yeah, no, I'm going to do a blog. I'm going to do a website, and I'm going to write these weird stories. And that's how Hushed happened.
Wow. And we're all better for it. Trust me. I'm so glad you didn't take it as, oh, well, I'm not going to write anymore.
So it was never something like, I'm going to write stuff one day. It just kind of happened in a weird way.
It came out of you. Yeah. It came from your interest, which it makes it better. This is why people like to read it, because they feel that passion.
Oh, thank you.
Coming from you. No, it's
Appreciate that.
true, and I loved your book, and also in your stories online, which we'll get to
Thank
as
you.
well, because you're also a great storyteller. Were you always a storyteller?
Thank you. That kind of happened in the same way as the writing did. It just turned
Oh.
into, I really, really love this, and I really want to tell everybody about it.
Mhm.
So it
No,
just
but
kind
you're
of
good at it. Not
happened that
everybody's good
way.
at it. Like the way that you pace it, everything is just
Yeah.
perfect.
I mean, that's how I originally went to school for film and audio production
Okay.
1,000 years ago. So I guess, I mean, in one sense, that is one form of storytelling. And I found that I really loved editing. I loved audio editing. I liked doing the editing. So, and editors are a huge part of telling those stories. Then I
Right.
got out of media, went back to school for history, and went to school for public history to work in museums. And I mean, that's the whole thing with public history, is taking this historical information and getting it out,
Yeah.
making people hear it, making it accessible to people. So I've always had that kind of storyteller thing, even though I never was consciously aware of it.
Right.
That's I mean, that's
No,
like
that's
I said,
organic. Is that what they
Yeah.
call it?
this
Yes,
comes
it's
to you, so
organic.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, the locations and storytelling with this is because what we're telling is coming from inside us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I've been experiencing things as a kid, so and so when I finally got to let it go, and it felt good.
Yeah.
And you're putting it
You're
down in
telling the
paper.
story.
You're telling the story, and
Yeah.
I'm drawing them. So when you get it down and get it off your chest, and this is what I saw. This is what happened to me. This is this,
Yeah.
this, and this. And you just get it off your chest. Because you probably can that you couldn't talk about and stuff like that, and at one time, and it opened up. And I think writing and my drawing and everything just came to us just to let us.
I love that you draw them.
Express it.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love that. Love it.
Thank
So
you.
do I, because I have no degree of sensitivity whatsoever. So I
That
love
was
when
my
you draw
therapy.
something
If you
like,
watch
oh,
the thing from the Shanley last, they actually videotaped the whole thing. And
oh, did
they,
they?
they
Okay, I'll have to watch
yeah,
that.
they videotaped
Yeah, I
it.
gotta watch
It's
that.
on Casper's thing, and they
That's really
videotaped
cool.
the whole thing. Um,
Cool.
and that was my therapy, to let
Yeah.
things out. You can talk
Yeah.
about it, so let me put it down in paper, so one day maybe.
It's all more
You know,
layers to that storytelling
Yeah.
and to that experience. It's
And that's why I
the
say every
words,
time I
the
draw
drawings,
something,
the personal feeling about it.
yes,
It's all part of it.
That's
and every
That's
every
right.
picture has
That's
a
right.
story. And you actually, every one of my pictures have a story. That's why I got to start
Yeah.
putting
Love
the
it.
writing down with the picture, because people have been asking me if I
Yeah.
could, I would buy a book I would buy it. So
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of stuff lately more and getting my old stuff. It's a little hard. I'm dyslexic and I'm blind in one eye. So
I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, I see your pictures. I'm going to ask you a million questions about them.
Yeah, and the stories are better. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I'll
I love
tell
your
you.
pictures, but you got to read the stories with it. It's like you would love it, because like the stories he tells with it, and
Love it.
well, the three of us are very into history, so I mean, he includes that as well, which is really cool.
Love
I
it.
love it. I agree with you about the layers. Like, we're, as investigators, even, like, we're adding to the history, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're finding out, like, I literally have places ask me, like historical places, like I was at this weekend that I go to, say, we have a wall in the basement. We don't know what that wall is for. Maybe you can help. You don't know. You can't trust necessarily what you're getting or whatever, but it's an
Mhm.
idea. Like,
Yeah.
it might point them in the right direction.
It's just a
never
different
know.
form of research.
Yes,
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
experimentation.
Exactly.
It's all
Yeah,
information.
you never know. You never
Yeah.
know. And it might just put them in the right direction. So I think you're right about adding to the layers. So anyway, back to you. Sorry. So what year did you write the book? 24? No, when you started this in 2014, correct? Like this whole hushed
The
up history.
website my whole, like, I'm gonna do it myself. That was 2014 already.
Right. Right.
And I mean, when I
know.
started that, I had no, I just was like, let's do a blog. I had no intention of, or any idea of what was going to happen to it. It was just putting stories up online, but then it kept going, and I kept, I never got tired of it. It's been, almost 12 years and I'm still like, oh yeah, when I find a new story. So it just seemed like, all right, I should start putting these down in some sort of book. And the first Hushed Up History Volume 1 finally came out last year. The second one is about halfway written. So I'm hoping that'll be out next year. I would like to do at least 3 volumes of Hushed Up History specifically. It's probably going to be more. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
but I also have a list of other like standalone things that I also would love to get on paper.
Right, like the Shanley, like that kind of thing. Yeah,
yes,
right. No,
absolutely.
I got you. What makes a good story for you? Like, what attracts you to a story?
Oh, I'm one of those people, and I know so many people this drives them nuts, but I'm one of these people that when I hear a story, I want to hear the details. I want to be able to feel that coat that person is wearing. I want to be able to smell the fall or the rain that you're talking about when it happened. So I really love detailed, descriptive, engaging stories. Anything that more and more and more will get me into that place, I love it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally. So that's what grips you, like not just the characters, but like just the details. Yeah, I think
there's so many things that you could just be like, oh yeah, there's a house and this person died in there and there's things that happen. Okay, next. No. Tell me more. I need to know more about it. Who was he?
Yeah.
Why did he die? How did he die? Where did it happen? What has anybody experienced? Like, the more in depth it is, the more like gripping it is. I'm all in on that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
like you're sitting by a campfire listening.
Do you have abilities also? Do you have abilities? Do you see stuff? Or do you have
I do. I do see stuff. I have heard stuff. I used to do photo readings a lot. I'm very out of practice. That is something I really would love to get back into. But that's something else that I've seen images, I've seen people, I've seen things for years and years since I was a kid. And then about maybe 12, 13 years ago, somewhere there, I started to study mediumship. I started to study these different practices. I've been a tarot reader for 13 years now. So I got more into that side of things too. But yes, I can definitely picture things, hear things, sense things, that type of thing.
That's very cool.
Because the more spirit comes to me, more detail I could put into a picture.
Yep.
And that's what I keep on saying every show. I consider myself more of a spiritualist spectator now. Supernatural spectator, because spirits don't want to let you. They come to you. And like I said, every show we go into their world. They don't come into ours. We go into their world. So they don't give us anything they don't want to.
So you're not their spectator though. You're telling their story. You're their storyteller. You're their messenger.
Yeah, but you got to be there to listen, spectate.
Yes.
To learn, to listen.
Yep.
That's what you got to do. That's what you're spectating. You're just there and you're listening and you're learning. And that's what they're doing. They're giving to you what they want.
Yes.
So that's why you're a spectator. Okay, people are investigators. We go in, we investigate, we do research, but they're not going to give you anything they're not going to give you.
That they don't want to.
Nope.
Right.
That's another like big thing with me with investigations is the respect.
Yes.
You have to respect them. You're in their home. You're in their space. You have to respect them. You have to respect their space, and you have to respect their boundaries. Just because they're past and you're an investigator, they don't owe you anything.
No.
They just don't. So that's a huge thing with me, with investigators and investigator groups and places. You got to be respectful. You have to be.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. When I first started years ago, it was people didn't, you went in there, you yelled at them and you got this, and you're going to get this, you're going to get that.
True.
And I was part of that group. But you actually sit back and you learn. And there's people that still do it. And some people just, can't learn for nothing, and they're just going to do what they're going to do. But
Right.
you do it long enough, you start saying, we're just sitting here talking, laughing,
Yeah.
and we're getting responses on the EVPs, or we're getting disembodied voices. Hey, wait a minute, there's something to that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you're yelling at them, you're not getting nothing back.
No, I mean, I wouldn't go into the Cranberry Inn, very, well-known haunted restaurant in the area. I'm not going to go in there
I
and
love
start
that place.
screaming and
Yeah.
throwing glasses and be like, talk to me. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that to a living person. I'm not
crazy.
going to do that to somebody who's
Exactly.
passed.
It's crazy. And you don't know these people. They don't know you.
No,
Like they've never
no,
seen you.
they don't
I'd
owe
say
you anything.
like, can you imagine going into a bar? Like one of my former teammates always had the greatest analogy. Like you go and you sit at a bar and someone sits next to you. The last thing you're going to do is say, tell me the worst thing that ever happened to you. Like,
Yes.
tell me the sickest you ever got. You know what I mean? Like,
And then if they say no, you're not going to keep asking them.
Yeah.
Hey,
you'd be like, I'm out of here. Like, who are you? Yeah, right. Exactly. Like you
Exactly.
just got here and like, I've been sitting here and you came and asked me the worst thing that ever happened to me. No way.
Do you
Like,
know you're dead?
No.
I love that.
Or,
Do you know you're dead?
like, how come you and your wife got divorced? What? You know what I mean? Like, no way.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What is this thing you're in my face?
Yeah, exactly. It's
What's
horrible.
that beeping
It's
thing?
horrible.
Go away.
Yeah.
We have our first question for you here. That
Sure.
I've seen. I'm sorry, I've been so glued. Has an entity, Sarah, ever followed you home?
Any sort of attachment?
I believe so, but I don't think it's ever been from a investigation. I do believe things followed me home from when I was working at the crematory. I do believe that 100%. I don't believe anything negative ever followed me home. I don't believe they stayed here either. But working at a crematory, you're around these recently passed. And when I worked at the crematory, because, I have the best timing ever, I started working December of 2019. 2 months later, COVID comes to town. So, so I worked at this crematory. I worked in this very, very specific niche kind of environment at probably one of the most intense time frames that hopefully I will ever see in my lifetime. You had a lot of people that very unexpectedly ended up there, so I do feel that people did come back to my house. I never felt like it was anything negative. But I also have had this feeling about my house since I've lived here for decades, that this house has always seemed to me to be almost like a train station with spirits passing through it, coming in, they'll be there, they're gone. So I don't know what it is about.
We lost you.
We lost you. It's okay. Yeah. We don't know. You were saying you don't know what it is about the house?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very old house. The town is very old. The town has its own multiple volumes of wild history of things that have happened to it. But I've always felt that when I first lived here, when I was very little, I felt like there were spirits in this house that kind of stayed longer before they kind of disappeared. But ever since then, it always seems like it's people passing through. So I think that that is what happened after working in the crematories. They latched on, kind of came here, and then was like, oh, okay, I can go somewhere else. I'm not trapped somewhere.
I like it.
What could have happened with that was, they suddenly die when they're getting cremated and stuff. They might just been confused, and you're the one person they felt that could help them. And they came with you because they had no confusion, and then they went over.
Yeah, right. I believe
trusted you.
Because in the crematory, it was just myself and one other person. Yeah. So of the two people, maybe it was me. Yeah. And there was a lot of stuff. I know
they might have went with the other person, but they didn't bring it up.
Right.
Maybe I just don't know about it.
Yeah.
Could be.
Right.
But I mean, there was definitely stuff that happened in that crematory too. Like, yeah.
Okay. You want to share?
Sure. One of the craziest things I have on video.
Wow.
Yeah, because like I said, it was just myself and one other person that worked in the
I
crematory.
would be bringing equipment with me to work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I had my apps going on my phone because it was the only thing I could do. I couldn't like
Right,
start bringing
right,
stuff
right.
around.
You can't bring a
Um,
camera out.
like
No.
that too.
But so
Anthony.
where my desk was in the crematory, it was in the intake garage. So it was right there where the cars pulled in and unloaded everybody. And there were some days, and I had the security monitors on one of the screens on my desk.
Mhm.
And there was a morning where I was just there very early in the morning. I was sipping my tea, and I look over, and on the other side of the wall from me was our chapel space. It was a non-denominational chapel space. It was just an empty room and chairs for people to do whatever type of service they wanted there. But it was just empty room, chairs, and a podium. And I
Right.
look over, and I mean, these are cameras that I've looked at a billion times at this point.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
it was very, very clear that there was something moving in that room. It had a shape to it, and it was like pacing. And then it would disappear, and then there was something else that was moving very erratically.
Mhm.
And I mean, as you guys know, you look at this footage, you look at these cameras long enough, you can tell if it's a bug. You can tell if it's a piece of dust. You can tell what these things are.
Spider
And this
web,
was
something like
nothing
that.
unlike anything I had ever seen there. So me being me, I immediately got up and went in the room. I'm like, I want to see
yeah.
what's going on. And there was nothing there. So then again, being me, and I'm sure if anybody looked at this footage after the fact, they're like, what are you doing? Because then there's me like trying to replicate it, like, checking the lamps and checking,
No, I get it.
the cameras and waiting
course.
for a car to go by to see how the headlights look. This was unlike anything. And it was so clear and it was so distinct. So I leave the room, I go back to my desk, and I'm watching it, and it shows up again. For whatever reason, I took out my phone and started recording the screen. So I have this on my phone, and I'm glad I did, because when I went back later in the day, now these cameras are extremely sensitive. Motion detectors, they did not pick up anything at all. So I have it on my phone, and it's the only evidence I have of it, because our extremely sensitive motion detecting cameras did not detect any of it. Now, I know what I thought it looked like, and I didn't say anything, but I started showing this to people, and they all said the same thing. They're like, it looks like someone is walking.
Wow.
Huh.
I mean, if you could, if you want to send me a clip of it, I'd like to look at it.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
look at them.
Yeah.
I'm a camera person. I love my cameras.
Okay. I'll definitely send it to you.
From body cams and cameras and everything, I walk around. Yeah, it's Jenny. I got
He's
body
Mr.
camera, the
Camera,
front, the back,
Mr. Recorder.
and, we did
Audio. I do audio. He does
cameras
video.
all over me.
Perfect. No, I'll definitely send it to you. I would love your opinion on it.
Yeah, that's cool. He sees stuff that like nobody else sees.
The crematory.
In a good way.
I worked in a hospital. It was Kingsborough Medical University Hospital, something like that.
Mhm.
And I forgot to tell the name of it, bro. Brooklyn, whatever it was. But
wait, as an electrician?
Yeah.
Oh, are you a retired electrician?
Yeah, I didn't say that. You said it.
All right.
But
you're right.
I was working in a location, and it was actually where they experiment on animals.
Okay.
And we were putting all this stuff together. But in the one section, there was a
I'm sorry.
crematory. And they,
no.
They used to bring like bodies that were in like John Doe's and Jane Doe's, and they used to put them there. Or because down in the basement area, they had like a big area where they actually worked on the cadavers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. And I'm not going to tell all my stories tonight, but
no,
because we could be here all night. But with the crematory one, it used to be like a guy fire department. They used to have in. They used to put on the thing, the oven, and cremate the body. So the one time I had to work in that area, because that's usually a cut off area. So I had to run wires and pipes. I had to run pipes to the thing and wires. So they just got a new machine in that room. So I'm doing that, and he comes in, and he's like, we're talking, and he had to wait for me to get out of the room, because you could damage wires with some sort of heat. Yeah. So I'm doing what I'm doing, and he's waiting for me, and he has the body laying there on a Gertie. All of a sudden we hear, and
Hey.
he goes, hey. It was a woman's voice, and we're standing. It was. He goes, "You just heard that?" I said, "Yeah, I heard it." And I'm like, I thought it was cool. And he's like,
Yeah.
"You heard
Anthony's like working. Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
Yeah, you what?
you know, it's every
Whatever.
day." But he says to me, he goes, "Doesn't that bother you?" I said. Then I told him what I do. You know, I'm a paranormal investigator. I look for shit like that. Hey,
The ghost
I
guy.
think it's the coolest thing right now. And I heard it. So my regrets, I have nothing recording it. You know.
Yeah.
So he's like, I hear that all the time, and he goes,
Really?
yeah. He goes, I hear them say, I hear things they say things, they moan, they groan, and these are bodies that have been there for a while. Guys, I know when bodies are they first
Right.
die, and then
They make noises.
they give out gas, or they make all kinds of moans. The body can move from contractions and of their joints and stuff. Well, you know that, but and he's like, yeah, it happens to me all the time. So he used to start coming to me, and because I was working that area, because I just worked in that one place that one day, and he said, goes, yeah, the guy in there now, I just heard it, and this, and yeah, and he's like,
You get believed. You got validation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I had somebody else hear it with him,
Right.
and he was so
That's the
excited
best
that
part.
somebody else heard it too,
Yeah.
because I'm downstairs in the basement. You're not that kind of hospital. You hear all kinds of stuff, and
Sure.
I seen animals and all kinds of stuff, monkeys, yeah. But that was crazy that time.
Ghost
Yeah.
monkeys? You saw ghost monkeys? That's not on the bingo card, but it should be.
Now it is.
Monkeys. Oh, yeah.
Now it is.
I went in the
Gosh.
room and I heard him. I went in the room and you could smell them. And
Wow.
the rooms weren't made for that yet. We were building for that room.
Wow.
So it was like crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy spot.
I mean, Kim's a veterinarian, obviously, so we talk about animals a lot. I mean, have you ever seen a ghost animal?
Not that I can recall. I mean, I've seen like shapes of things that I can't 100% say if they were or
Right.
weren't.
Mhm.
But I personally don't believe I've ever been like, oh, that was that. My
Yeah.
mother
cat.
saw a ghost cat in this house when I was young. One of
Oh.
our cats had passed away, and she swears up and down. She's like, no, I saw that cat run up and down the stairs. So, okay.
Was the cat white with green eyes?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Mhm.
He had some white. He wasn't totally white. No.
He has
Yeah.
green eyes?
Yeah.
Most of them do. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them do. So that could be a 50-50
Yeah.
thing.
Did
see a white
you
cat.
get that from your mom? Do you get your abilities from your mom?
You know, my mother is funny because she has seen full figures in this house. She
Really?
has experienced things, but it freaks her out. Like she loves it, but it freaks her out. Like a couple of years ago, I got this call from her, and she's like frantic on the phone, and I'm just like, "Oh God, what happened?" And she's like, "Oh my God!" da, 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 da," and she's freaking out. And she finally gets it out. She's like, "Sarah, I was," and she has like the thickest Massachusetts accent you can possibly
Okay.
imagine.
Okay.
So in the thickest Massachusetts accent, she's like, "Sarah, I was in the bedroom and I'm like waiting for like, somebody broke in or like
Yeah.
something
I
horrible."
thought I had a
She's like,
stroke. Exactly. Like,
she's
oh,
like, she's like, the closet door opened. The closet door opened and that's it. I'm not sleeping the rest of the week. And I'm just like, okay. Did you say
Really?
hi?
That's
Like,
it?
what do you mean, did you
Did
say
it hurt
hi? I'm
you?
like, did you
No?
say
Oh,
hello?
okay. Yeah, exactly.
So
You thought she
so
was going to say like yeah. Oh my
Oh, no,
God.
go ahead.
Someone was in there. Somebody was in the
No,
closet.
I'm expecting like this like really horrible thing. And she's like, the
There's a
door
burglar
open.
in the closet. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
You're
like,
like the door open.
okay.
Oh.
So she has these tendencies, but it freaks her out. My
okay.
grandmother on my father's side, so she never spoke of anything. I wish she had, but she passed away. And I remember since I was little seeing books on her bookshelf about like the history of witchcraft and the history of demonology. And these are things that we were like, at the time, you didn't just go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble. These are things that like she had to put some effort into getting. They were printed in like the 40s, 50s, 60s. And I always thought that was kind of fun. She always talked about kind of like, oh yeah, ghosts, that's fun. After she passed away, one of the boxes that we found was labeled the important things, and in it was an old Ouija board.
Oh, wow.
Which I took. I have it. But I'm just like, oh, she was doing stuff. She didn't tell anybody.
You Sicilian?
Grandmother.
Are you Sicilian?
That grandmother, not. My mother is 100% Italian.
Okay. Sicilian or the boot?
She's not Sicilian.
You're from the island? Sicily or?
Oh, no, the boot.
The boot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know because my family's from Sicily, and we knew they dabbled in stuff all the time, and just by the little red thing on there, the divine that work all Catholics, but you got the superstition. The women used to put the red ribbon on there, pin into their bra. And it's like always something. You've dropped the salt, you have to throw over your shoulder.
The coins in the car.
The coin, yes. We got a new car. You throw the coins in for luck. It was like all those different things. And so
but it's just like you said. It's like we're very Catholic, but there's other stuff going on too.
You get the Fanoy, and
but you're gonna put the evil eye on somebody, like, right? Exactly.
That's my mother, 100%. Yep.
Okay. Right.
Like, hey, we'll do, but like with me, I can talk about all the stuff I've seen. My mother believed me. My grandmother believed me. And it was like, don't talk about it. Shh. Nobody wants it,
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
You put it under the table. So they used to keep it under the table. So if somebody comes up with some kind of and it's not because they're wishing you bad. It's for envy, and if somebody envy you, they gave you the evil eye. So you put it on the table, so you protect yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, the old ways. Yeah. That's
I have
cool.
a question about that. My husband's Italian, and they do all kinds of things that make me question things. And I'm like, what? They always say that you have to say, when you say a baby's beautiful, you have to say God bless her or God bless him afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to say, what a beautiful baby, God bless him. Because something about saying that baby's beautiful opens you up to, I don't know, something. I've literally heard that from them. Do you ever hear them say, oh, God bless them?
Mm-hmm.
Like it opens you up to
beautiful
some
baby.
kind of
God bless.
trouble.
God bless.
Yeah, right? You say, what a beautiful baby. God bless them. Like God that. Bless. Like you do say it. But that's why, evidently. I don't know. That's going to have to be one of your stories.
That's
like,
I'm
going to look that up. Italian superstitions coming next.
That's part of the story. It's just part of the evil eye. It's like
I think that's it.
And you're wishing somebody, oh, beautiful baby. Now they God bless, because now it doesn't bring that evil to it. I mean, that's so superstitious in so many things. Growing up, I know that. That's interesting.
I love that stuff.
I love it though. Yeah.
I know, it's so interesting. It really is. I'm not superstitious myself at all, but I love superstitions.
All the stories you wrote, all the stuff you've done, which one came to you more interesting or was the worst that you wrote about?
Well, out of all of the things that I have written about, the one that is closest to me is the story, and it's not even a paranormal story, really. It's the story of the wreck of the Morro Castle in Asbury Park. And the reason for that, number one, like I'm a big disaster nerd. I love historical disasters. I love maritime disasters specifically. But I can say with 100% certainty that if I had never learned about that wreck, Hushed Up History would not exist. So that's a big one for me, is the story of the Morro Castle.
Right. That's and it's an emotional one,
It's intense.
Yeah, it is.
A lot.
It is.
A lot going on with that.
Yeah. Yeah, on land and sea, really. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I don't want to give
That's
too much
one of
away about your
those, like,
stories.
what's that?
I don't want. I said tonight. I said I'm not going to give away too much about her stories
Oh,
because
go
like I'm
ahead,
so
go
tempted to
ahead.
go into it all. So,
Do
but
it,
I want
do
people
it.
to watch it.
And
Watch it on.
what was the worst one that
Network.
you had a hard time or you had bad feelings about and you still did
Oh,
it?
Yeah, there's got to be some of yours having watched you and read that stayed with you. That really kind of like stayed with you.
one that kind of shocked me a little bit because I
Yeah.
knew it was intense going in. I didn't realize how intense it was really recent. It was a two-parter that I did about Bridget Cleary.
Yep.
Yeah, like I had kind of a basic idea of just, okay, this woman, and she was murdered because her husband thought that there was some fae involvement. But when I started getting more into it, it was just like, oh, this is a lot. This is
Mhm.
much more intense than I had initially thought, which I guess goes
Right.
back to what we were talking about before, how you could just be like, yeah, somebody did this happened here, move along. But when you dig into it is when you
Yeah.
really get those details and really like, oh, this one's rough.
Yeah, I had seen that on the pod. One of my just like obsessed with the podcast lore, which got me into this before I met you because now you're my continuation of lore.
Thank
But
you.
lore was so wonderful, and I was absolutely glued to it. From the French nuns to Bridget Cleary to
Mhm.
all these great stories, right?
Yeah.
But it was shorter. And then when I saw you were doing two parts, I'm like, ooh, like I know she's gonna get like into the details. And
Yeah,
that was
I
a
didn't
great.
expect it to be a two-parter. Most of the two-parters I've done,
Yeah.
I've never intended on being two-parters, but
Yeah.
I've dug up so much and I'm like, I don't want to cut this detail. I don't want to cut this
Yeah.
out. I don't want to, I want to tell as much of it as I can. So, all right, it's two-parter.
No, it was good. It was very good. But
Thank you.
we lately been talking about the Fae a lot and fairies, and we had Andrew
Yes.
Warburton on, and
Yeah.
Kim and I just like adored his books, like just like we dug right in, right? Like Kim, and Kim
I
kept
have to
texting me,
get
"Oh
this
my
book.
gosh, so good, so good, so good," and yeah, we really got into it, and it's not something we really knew about, knew much about,
Yeah.
but now forget it, we're hooked. But that we were talking about changelings and things like that, and that gets to me, like the whole baby thing. It upsets
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's intense. It was a
yeah,
much more intense thing than than
Mm.
I
yeah. I
expected
mean,
when
to
I first got
believe
into it.
so
But
strongly, like it's like, oh my gosh, and and it's always women, right? Like it's always us. We're always the victims. No, you know what I mean?
oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said you were into disasters. I
yeah.
mean, look up the General Slocum. It's an
Oh
old
yeah.
secret.
That's
She knows it.
oh,
I've been to the grave. They have it right over here. The German, and I've
I
been there.
haven't been there yet.
You come to Queens, I'll bring you there. I know
Oh,
where
I'd
Yeah,
love
it
to.
is.
that's the cemetery. Wait,
I
it's
mean,
on the bingo card. 5 cemeteries. He grew up around 5 cemeteries.
see, you're
He
wrong.
knows.
Not five,
I said it
nine,
again. Doesn't
nine,
count.
nine.
Nine.
You're
9.
Oh, I
shorting me
said
four.
5. 9. I meant
But
Wow.
9.
the General
Sorry.
Slocum is not too far, and it's a mass grave. If it's actually a monument where they buried all, because there was so many people that got. General Slocum, was one of those steamships in
Yeah.
it was
Right.
1918, I think, or 1919, and it went out. It was all German. It was women and children mostly, and
Yeah.
some men, because it was going out just for a day trip. It was
It
one
was
of
a
those
day trip.
paddle
It was a
boats.
picnic, like a
Yeah,
company
and
thing.
and as it started off, it caught on fire, and it was going. And what happened was, people with throwing life preservers on, jumping in the water, but the life preservers are so old that the water absorbed in them and it's making them sink like cement into the bottom of the water.
Oh,
And there's so many people that
Is that true?
burned alive on. Yes, they burned alive on the ship, and they crashed the ship into was one of the islands. It was Hart Island or one of the islands
hmm
that out in Manhattan Harbor there. And
Really?
and so there was, back then there's no DNA, so a lot of bodies were actually still holding each other
yeah.
when they
Oh,
burned, and it was like they were all ash, so they couldn't identify all of them. I mean, there was like 1,800 people that died there,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
they actually, the ones that they couldn't identify, they actually buried in that it was All Faith Cemetery in Queens. It was a Lutheran cemetery at that time, and it's like a mass grave. And the German society that's that they were all part of to this day keep that grave up and everything. And it's like a mass grave because a lot of them were melted together.
Yeah.
It's a nice stone, it's a monument, and they got gates around it and stuff. But when I went there, because we used to hang out in that cemetery as a kid. It's one of the cemeteries. Matter of fact, Jennie, that's the cemetery.
As one does.
Jennie,
yeah, exactly. Why would
cemetery
you?
I seen Mary in. Same cemetery where I seen Mary. That's another story.
Okay. Okay, Mary.
And I went there and I saw a bunch of children standing behind, looking at me.
Oh.
It was children. It was children staring at me because a lot of them were
was it like a look of intrigue, or was it a look of just, hey, we're here,
curious?
we know you can see us?
No expressions.
Really?
Wow.
They're standing there like they're standing there. And I drew that also. But yeah.
Sarah.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to come to Queens.
I got to see a drawing from there.
I got so many places I could take you.
I would love it.
Yeah.
You and Jennie come.
Oh, he's the cemetery king. He can introduce you everybody.
I got the Fox sisters too. So you got the Fox sisters by me. So I can bring you the Fox sisters grave too. So
he loves all that. What I was gonna say, have you been to Absecon Lighthouse?
I want to go to Absecon Lighthouse. That is one of the. I love lighthouses in general, but yes, that is one of the places that I really want to get to.
Speaking of maritime disasters, because there was a big one there too. So yeah, that's a big part of that. And we actually got evidence that from that disaster there. So yeah, like double evidence, which is really cool when you get a name and then you get a name again. It's like, oh, what are the chances?
Yeah, gotta get there.
And supposedly there's a little girl who runs in the hallway there, because when we first got there, someone said a little girl, and I'm thinking, what's a little girl doing at a lighthouse? It didn't make sense, kind of thing. Like you got the keepers, you got the, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, we since learned, she had a name, Grace, and we got the name a couple times. Yeah, both on recordings and spirit boxes and stuff. And it was like, I'm from the ship. Like, wow. Yeah, pretty interesting. So cool. Poor thing. But that was a big disaster. Another disaster for you to study.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, but you really do a like from UFO, like, from abductions to like Mark Twain. Like, I mean, you run the gamut,
Yeah.
Like,
and that is one thing that I put a lot of effort into, and I've always tried to put a lot of effort into with Hushed of History, is like, you never know what's next. That's something that I would want. I would be interested in that if it was something that is just all over the map, all throughout different time periods, all different subject matters. I know that is something that would draw me in, to just be like, oh, this is all over the place. So I try really hard to have it a wide variety of things, all different types of things from all over the world, all different times. And I've been trying to do that on Signal every Thursday. I've been trying to do that same kind of element of like, who knows where we're going?
Right. And I mean, obviously a lot of people watching know Scott Davis, obviously. Yeah. He's been on the show. We talk about him a lot. He comes up a lot as well. We're big, we really, really like him.
Well, we had most of the Signal people on the show right now.
I know. Beyond the Bad.
We had Chris Mendez. Of course, we had Scotty on. We had the Beyond the Badge people on.
Yeah, we did. We had like a bunch of people. But how did that come about? So how did you meet Scott? How did you meet Kay and Scott?
How I met Scott is a bizarre story in and of itself. So
I love it. That's right.
Scott.
Always with him.
So I've known Scott since about 2018, I think is when I first met Scott. Mm-hmm. And how it happened was I was working at a library at the time. And I had one day a week, there was a shift where I went in very early to start, processing books and whatever. And I was there by myself. And this one coworker, and at the time I was looking to leave that library. I had applied to other places. I was waiting for somebody to call me back so I could get out of there. Because I wanted to move away from the place. I wanted to get away from there. I had been there for years. My time was
Mhm.
done there. But I wasn't getting any responses. So I was just there doing my work. And this one coworker of mine came in early for no reason, just came in early, marched up the stairs, and just first thing she said to me in the morning, she's like, "Have you ever heard of Scotty the NJ Medium?" And I'm like, and I mean, this is something that like we had never discussed. She had no idea that I was a tarot reader, that I was an investigator, that she had no clue. So for her to say this to me was completely out of nowhere.
You're
And
like,
I just was like, no. She's
who?
like, you should check him out. I went, okay. That day, I got a call from another job to get me out of that library.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I started watching him on Facebook with like, it was like myself and like 5 people. And I was like, I'm gonna book a reading. Why not? Booked a reading, had the reading the next day. Absolutely just unbelievable level of accuracy. Like I can't even like describe.
Beyond.
Yeah. And then we just started talking. I had a second reading with him at one point, and then we just became friends from there. So yeah, it's but I'm like, there was a reason. It was just waiting for me to have that one comment from that coworker before I could get out of there.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's such a Scott story, though.
It is, isn't
like,
it?
I always tell the same Scott story, but he just kind of walks in and says stuff, and you're like, what? Like, how did you? How?
Yeah.
You know how? Yeah. Like he's
That's
amazing.
Scott a billion years ago, so I met him before the Facebook era. I met him before. I mean, guess where I met him?
The Shanley.
The Shanley.
Oh, there you go.
We all could have guessed that.
We went there. I guess I've been going there for a while. And he came in, and we were just sitting there, and he just started doing a reading on a doll. Somebody had a doll there, and that was the first time I ever met him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
So you
later on,
you were
he started
immediately
getting into all the other stuff.
Yeah, were you pretty impressed right away with him, because he really can blow you away?
Well, yeah, I was, but back then I was dealing with so many mediums, and I was like,
yeah, you were this right to be, because
he was
you're
good.
right.
He's good, and I mean, he was good then too, and I think he got better through the years. You know, more and more you do it, the lot better you get at it. Yeah, and so I was a little impressed. But as he went on, I was like, now it's like, wow.
Oh.
You know?
Unbelievable. Like so specific and so just like that. Like I had an event that I went, this is a really quick story. I went to an event with him and they couldn't find my name on the list. They just couldn't find my name. He wasn't there yet because he was late, right? Of course. He was late. He was driving somewhere on Route 78. And I'm checking in and they cannot find my name. Finally, they realize it's under Jennifer, not Jennie. Like they're looking for Jennie and they realize they just went past Jennifer, kind of think it was too long sort of thing. And for whatever reason, I must have been in trouble that day and they called me Jennifer. Literally, Scott walks past the table because he doesn't have to register, whatever. 20 minutes later, he walks in right up to me and he goes, "It's not Jennifer, it's Jennie." And then he walks away. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I know, like he didn't even talk to those people. He walked right in. There was no more table. He was late. You know what I mean? There was no more registration. He just walked right up to me first. And he's like, it's not Jennifer. Like, it's like, what in the world?
Yeah. It's those kind of things though.
I will never be able to explain that. He didn't speak to a soul like he didn't know those people anyway, but like, it was crazy.
Well, my first reading with him, like I said, I had booked it and he was like, let's do this tomorrow. I'm like, all right, yeah, fine. He didn't have any time to like research me or anything like that. Like this was and like I had mentioned previously with the one coworker at the library who knew nothing about me reading tarot, investigating any of that. And that was something that up until maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't tell anybody. That was very quiet. I told very few people that I was into any of that. We get on the phone, the first thing that comes out of his mouth It was like, hey, how are you? Good. Hey, do you like read tarot and like study all that kind of occult thing? Like that. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Tell
It's
me
not
more.
Jennifer. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like,
And then
what?
he goes on and he's like, listen, this isn't going to make any sense, but I'm going to say it. I'm like, all right, go ahead. He's like, there is an older gentleman. He has gray hair, and this makes no sense. He is wearing a cowboy hat, but he is not from the West.
Oh,
Again, he had just met me, not even 24
right.
hours earlier. My father had passed away 2 years earlier. My father was born and raised in Massachusetts, but he studied the Old West
And
Mm.
oh my
and had a
gosh.
collection of cowboy hats.
Chills,
So it was just
chills.
like, yeah, you're legit,
Oh,
I guess.
yeah, you think? Wow.
Yeah.
Like it's so specific. Yeah. And
It's
Anthony does that with his drawings. Like he writes the most specific things. That's what fascinates me. Like it's
love
one
it.
thing to draw a guy, but he's like, didn't like gin, preferred vodka. Like what? Like so specific. That's what makes, like you say, that's what makes the story is,
Yeah.
that's what makes you get to know somebody.
Yeah.
Right? It's not
That's
about
what
like,
it is.
okay, they had
You're
blue eyes.
meeting them.
Yes,
Love it.
exactly.
Love
So
it so
that's what
much.
I love
I
about
just
his
want to move
drawing.
on to
Yes, yes.
she sent us a picture, and
Speaking of,
Kim actually
I brought
wrote
my
it.
reading glasses and everything.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to show the picture.
Okay.
All right, and
I'm gonna
after
pull it up.
this, she's going to be calling a realtor.
Oh God.
Oh no. I don't know. It just says brick front house.
That's it.
Okay.
So that's it. Okay, that's the house, and this is Kim's note. So you're going to read.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
these are
read Kim's
Kim's
note.
notes.
Well, yeah, I'm
What
gonna
she
read
wrote.
it because I can read Kim. Oh, I can read
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't read this.
Okay.
I mean, it's not just big red letters that say danger. So
No, don't be scared. It's not
Just
like that.
caution tape
Honestly.
around the. She wrote this
okay,
on caution tape.
all right,
I got to tell you, it's really specific. So she
great.
doesn't know. I don't know. I have
Okay.
no idea what this house is about.
So everybody, Kim wrote. Sarah sent us a picture. This
Right.
is. I'm
This
looking at
house.
stuff. Okay, oh boy,
Oh, Anthony's getting stuff too. It's going to be a
yeah,
live
Oh, I
reading.
I'm
want to
getting,
know it
So
all.
I'm
I
getting
know,
stuff.
right?
Let her say her things, because I'm seeing things in windows here.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
I'm
I
ready.
got it. Are you ready?
On the top
All right.
here, you right above the what do you call it? Right
A
above
little
the
awning type thing.
yeah, like right above the door, the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's something in the window right there.
Yeah. He sees all kinds of stuff in
But that's
windows.
tiny.
It really does.
There has been a
It
lot of
almost does
things
look
that
like
have
there's
happened
something
in
in the
that room.
left window
There's two things in there. I see.
in that room.
Yeah.
All right. When is this house built?
This house is approximately
Do you know?
102-ish, 101,
There.
103.
Okay. All right.
I'm seeing a bunch of things.
All right.
I'm not
So
sure if you reflections, but that looks pretty clear to me. All right. I'm just telling you
when
that,
you
and then
the
let
level
her
of
read.
specificity. Okay. Is this it? So she
I should have
feels like
I
it's
should
in
have
the
read it.
Mid-Atlantic region. Kim is saying. Is there a cemetery near it? Or a baseball diamond? I don't know. She's got that. A baseball diamond. Feels like a cemetery to the right of the home on the side with the trees going in that direction. That one, I guess. I'm going the wrong way.
Well, I guess it's 2 hours left.
I don't know.
Do you want me to answer? Do you want me to respond?
She's saying this is so specific. Are you ready? Sensing
Yeah.
toxic chemicals. What state? You can tell us. What state is this in?
Now you
New
could.
Jersey.
Jersey. Oh, that's Jersey. Everything's toxic.
New Jersey. Okay.
Right.
She says, yeah, New York. If not New York, then the Mid-Atlantic region, she says. Okay. Is there a West somewhere in the name? Town or street or in that area? Anyway.
No.
She says sensing toxic chemicals in the soil from a major manufacturing business, like a DuPont, let's say. but the business isn't there anymore. Landfill or Superfund. There's a thin, tall, age 60 to 70s male farmer came to me about the location. Classic hat and suspenders, white shirt. Last name Henderson? And this was a part of his large farmland lot around the 1750s. There was a large structure built here, like a large barn or storehouse, tobacco or corn. I see crops drying in the barn, but also people gathering and staying in the structure. Almost vagabonds vibing for work. Not a great feeling in the barn. Not there anymore. It's torn down. All right, let's start there. Anything there?
Okay, so this house, as far as being near a cemetery,
Right.
so I don't know how far she would place that. I will say that I work in a building that is a 10-minute walk from that house, and there is a cemetery in the backyard.
That's close. A 10-minute walk. Which way? Left or right?
If I'm standing in the front door, I walk out to the right.
Yes, by the trees, she said. So looking at the picture to the left.
Now, it would not surprise me if there were other burials in this town. This town is very old. It's 300 plus years old.
Okay.
And it was a farm too, so it could be anybody buried in the ground still.
Yeah.
Now the barn is interesting because one thing that happened here, this was probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago, maybe somewhere in there. So one of my jobs is I work at the local museum. I work with the collection. And there was a day that I was just in my house and one of our windows looks out over my backyard. And it was just in my head. I'm like, there's horses in the backyard. There's horses in the backyard. There's horses in the backyard. There's horses back there. The next day I went to work and I'm flipping through one of our photo collections and I find photos of this property that used to be a stable.
Oh, wow.
There was horses in my backyard at some point.
Wow.
Yeah. And there were multiple buildings. So yeah.
That's what she said. Right. Okay. She did say a couple. Yeah. This was just a part of a large farmland around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and
that would make sense.
The structure. Okay. I felt like she said more than one structure, but anyway. Okay. So that would make sense that people would be looking for work, right? I guess.
And this town is on a waterway, and there's a lot of people coming in and out of this town. See, and how you had talked about like industry, part of the area that's down that direction of the town by the waterway was very industrialized. There was a lot of factory. There was a lot of that going on there, and there is land there that they have not rebuilt on. After
like a landfill, maybe. Yeah, right. Like that's what she said. It might even be a
Superfund. The ground is polluted from all the different chemicals.
She said it's not there anymore.
Into it, yes.
Holy cow!
She's not just reading your house; she's reading your town.
This is your house. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I didn't know this. All right. So there's a lot more. So here we go. A woman, middle-aged, with brown, short, curly hair that's up around her head. Shorter and fuller body type, lived there in the 80s, maybe, likely lived there for a few decades, loves animals, had dogs and cats, maybe even birds, joyful woman, I think. Diane? Suzanne? Something like that. Anything? No.
That I don't know.
Did you live there in the 80s?
I didn't. No.
I mean, not you. I mean, your family. I'm sorry.
No.
Clearly not you. No. Okay. So maybe. Maybe.
I mean, I'd like to think that whoever that might be is happy that we have so many animals in the house.
You have animals? A lot of animals?
We have 6 cats.
Oh my gosh.
See, on the top here, that floor, is what I seen a woman.
I love it.
Right up in that corner there, I see a woman.
That
she's
is
looking out.
So crazy. Like so specific. Okay, this woman. Okay, so maybe we can find out if someone lived there. Diane, Suzanne, something like that.
There's other stuff.
Is there an orange ceramic cat somewhere? Either in the house now or maybe it was with her or buried in the yard, even, she said.
Before I had the 6 cats that we have now, we had orange cats in the house. That was like the family thing, is we all had orange
Wow.
cats.
That's so funny because she said maybe even buried in the yard. So she might not just mean ceramic. She means cats,
There
orange
are
cats.
there are 2 orange cats buried in the backyard.
Holy shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
You can
she's
say
in
that.
the
Oh, you're
ground.
fine.
Wow. Yeah, she said an orange cat in the
Mhm.
house now or associated with her or buried in the yard. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Okay. I mean, still, she didn't say black cats. She said orange cats. That's very specific to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like that was before the 6 I have now. That was like the thing, is we had orange cats.
Okay. And in the house, do you ever hear, like you said your mom saw a cat?
Yes.
Does
An
she hear
orange cat.
meowing, growling, barking, anything like that? She said you might hear animal sounds. The windows upstairs, especially upstairs.
I didn't
Something
read any of
upstairs,
this.
open and close on your own. Oh, that could be the closet. Someone
Well,
might be
the
trying to
closet,
escape.
the closet and everything wasn't in this house. That was a different place.
So this
Okay.
is windows
windows.
anyway, now that I'm rereading it. Windows, especially upstairs windows, open and close on their own. Is someone trying to escape? Question mark.
So when I was little, when we first moved into this house, there were instances of the windows opening and closing.
No.
That has not happened in a very, like, decades. But the windows up here especially they're very old windows. And we have had a lot of problems with, like, the ropes breaking and us having to keep them propped up. So it's funny that because the windows have always ended up being this, like, subject of conversation with the old house. But back when I was like 10 years old, when we first moved in, the windows in this house did open and close on their own.
What?
Yeah, it hasn't happened in decades and decades and decades, but that is something that happened here.
Yeah.
And now I gotta ask, because when we first moved in, my mother says that she saw a woman in the basement.
Ooh,
Now
ask
I'm
what
gonna
it
have
looked like. Feels like. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have to ask her now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she feels like there's 2 deaths that come to her from this house. One is this this middle-aged woman feels like her throat is closed. It's a sudden passing, maybe not being able to breathe, like choking or like a throat cancer or like a, you know what I mean? That kind of like shock. Something in and around her throat. Or one is a young middle-aged, around 30 to 40-year-old man. Seems like it's more associated with the farming era. But I suspect it's something he did to himself, maybe in the barn or storehouse. A melancholy man wanders around slowly, will be seen and interact with the living inside and outside the home. So you'd see him and interact with him. Okay.
Interesting.
Ugh. Okay. There's more.
Well, the woman that lived in this house, the reason the house went up for sale was because she passed away in the house.
No way.
Yeah. And
you don't know what?
Wait, I don't
how
know
old?
What.
Was she like
I think she was in
middle-aged?
her 80s.
Oh, no.
I'm not 100% on that. But also, right before we moved in, like, we had the bedrooms set up and everything. So right before we moved in, my grandmother passed away, and she was supposed to live in this house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so she didn't come to that house yet.
No, like, everything was ready to go, her furniture, everything, and then she passed away.
Oh.
She was young.
She was in her 70s. The younger woman in the 30s, that I'm not sure of.
Well, it says, that was the lady, the first lady, but this is not necessarily her. This is a middle-aged woman, she says.
Okay.
She feels like it's about her throat, but the other guy, did harm himself. But that, that happened in that farming era, I'm sure, a long time ago. That was a rough life,
Yeah.
That's rough. But yeah, she definitely sees like crops in a barn and things like that back there. So that's interesting that you see the horses. Yeah. Henderson. I'm going to send this all to you. I'm going to message this to you. I'll send you the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, that's so specific. Henderson.
Yes, she is.
And you know how it is with mediums, right, Kimm, right? Like she she's really good with pictures, like you said. You used to look at like she can look at a picture and get all this stuff, like just from a picture. But you know how it is with when you get a reading from a medium, like later on, you're like, your mom's like, oh yeah, you didn't know about the farmer who like, you know,
like, oh yeah, you didn't know that
like,
the woman in the basement looked like this,
yeah,
this,
right,
this, and this.
right?
You didn't know that?
Because you don't ask. You just don't ask, you know? And then it comes up and you're like, oh, yeah.
This is her original notes too. She typed it out for her.
Yeah.
She wrote everything down.
I know. We'll send both to you.
Awesome.
It's good
Perfect.
stuff. Yeah, she's amazing.
Love it.
I mean, she does readings like for the show that she records in advance that we don't tell her anything. And then she comes on the show and she's like, what's the location? And we tell her. And it's
just like, when you find the location, you gotta let us know. You gotta let us know.
Yeah. She's dying by that time. By the time she comes on the show, she's like, where is it? What is it? You know?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
she pre-records it and sends it in to us.
What's that
stuff?
Are you gonna get in touch with your real estate?
Not yet.
No. How? So it's over. My house is 100 years old too.
Yeah.
And I live in a really old town, Somerville, very old town, the 1600s, right? So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything crazy happening in your house?
Nothing ever. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
I have a house 106 years old, and I grew up in it, and I don't live in it now. My son and my brother, it's two family, and we had a lot of activity there.
Do you? Yeah, but Anthony he's like, come on in, sit down, have some potato chips. Literally. He invites them in from the hallway.
I would do the same thing, really. I mean,
yeah.
And I do. I mean, because I live right now, I'm living in a six floor building. And it's attached to another 6 floor building. I'm in a complex.
I love it.
And what we do, and things come. I mean, there's people dying. They died at this place here since 1948, and there must have been thousands of people that lived in this building itself.
Yeah.
I mean, when I moved in, the guy upstairs died, 96 years old. He died right in the room above where I sleep. I was there for like 5 days. Woman downstairs committed suicide on the second floor. She put a bag over her. She had cancer. She just didn't want to live no more. So she killed it. I mean, and just the old people that lived in this building through the years that passed in their apartments.
Yeah, they all come over for coffee with him.
Yeah, it's like, hey, come on, I'll give you espresso.
He's like, have a cannoli. There we go. Have some cannoli.
Come on, cannoli. No, but I do get stuff that follows me. You know, if you're gonna go out, I don't care what you're gonna do. You do protect yourself. Eventually, something will follow you, and they do. And where I sit, it's like a hallway on the side. I watch TV, and then they peek in. I said, "Come on, join me." You know,
that happens here too. You'll see
the they don't stay long. They don't stay long.
Do you? Did you ever think about why, Sarah? Like with your house in particular, like people have all kinds of theories, right? Like ley lines, or like someone even said, hey, if there's such a thing as a portal, maybe your house is it, kind of thing in the chat tonight.
Yeah, I've entertained any possible reason. I'm not sure why.
Maybe there isn't one.
Maybe it's the location. Maybe it's me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of two. So, but
could be you.
Yeah,
could be a million here that I just don't see.
Well, you got running water there. You got all you have running waters where they used to bring the boats in and ships and industrial, and then this place was a farm. So you know how many people from just if it was depending what kind of farm they had all kinds of people that are migrants. They used to come there and work the farm because she said there was the
corn.
Farm
she said
they weren't taken care of. So there must have been migrant workers that came and did what they had to do. And then you see the horses there, so there was a barn. So there must have been a big piece of land there at one time. And I mean, the name Henderson could be almost anybody. That could even be a first name back then. First name.
Fair.
So it could be almost anything.
Mr. Adam, Adam in the chat from Texas. Hi, Adam. Trying to take my question, but I'm going to let him have it tonight. Just because I like him. Sarah, this is an important one that I ask everyone. What's next do you take on an investigation?
Oh, I mean, it changes. It changes all the time. I know I know, like the big popular one is peanut M&Ms.
Yes. Okay. Why? What am I missing? Like,
Oh no. I mean, I like them. I do. I've brought them
okay,
to
but that's not
investigations
your thing. But
100%.
that's been said a good 6-7 times in the last
Yeah.
15 episodes. Peanut M&Ms.
I mean, I
Why?
do love peanut M&Ms, but
Yeah, now you're all making me want some. Okay, but in my pocket right now there is gummy bears.
see, I love those too.
Gotta have those.
Love those.
Yeah,
Love those.
Sour Patch Kids, all that stuff. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you eat? You don't bring snacks? Come on. We always end up with food on this show.
Yeah, we have
With
to
ghosts, we end up with
food.
food.
I mean, these are great things. I mean, ghosts, food, history. I mean,
They go together.
It's like I'm going on an investigation. I end up in Wawa, and it's just, what do I want to grab from Wawa?
I like it.
The gummy candy. I love gummy bears and gummy
Right.
candy.
Nerds ropes. I love those.
Those are so good. Those are so good.
Freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh, see, I haven't tried the freeze-dried Skittles
Oh
yet.
God, they're so good.
Amazing. Yeah.
With those with the balls, with the nerds.
Those little gummy. Yeah, those are good. The pink bag or the blue bag? Or
the
both?
big pink bag I get, like it's big. I don't know. I haven't had the blue, so whatever. I'd probably eat them both. I have a problem.
They're both
I'm
delicious.
Jennie, and I have a candy problem. Yeah, they're obviously in my pocket, so that's a problem. Yeah, yeah. I don't smoke. I don't drink, but gosh, I love my candy.
That's me.
Yeah.
Me
You
too.
know?
100%.
Everybody needs a vice.
We're gonna go to Absecon Lighthouse together and see Milt, my friend there.
I'd love to.
He takes care of the museum, and we're gonna go. We're gonna climb the 250 whatever stairs it is.
Okay. I mean, I love lighthouses just in general, but then you have the haunted lighthouse.
There's nothing like up there. I love that place. I've investigated like 6 times. I love it, love it, love it.
Love it. I just recently went to the Twin Lights here at the Highlands.
Yes.
They were doing a thing for the full moon to come watch the moonrise with the lighthouses.
Well, that's interesting. That's cool.
I loved it.
Yeah, that would have been great pictures. Right, that would have been great pictures. So
yeah, it was a perfect night for it. It was great.
Have you done a lighthouse?
I don't want to run out of time, but we're going to be running out of time soon.
Yeah, sorry. He gets mad because I always ask questions at the end. But
I said good night. She asks a question.
I know. But I want to know: did you ever do a lighthouse story? Did you ever do a lighthouse story?
Yes, I did a lighthouse story in Scotland. There was a lighthouse crew that just disappeared.
Right. I couldn't think of it. Yep. Okay.
I just want to let the audience know where to get your book, how to find you if they need to. I want you to start, advertise. So if you want to tell us the name of your book and where to get it and where to see you the next time to buy one in person and get it autographed and stuff like that.
Yeah, what you got coming up? Oh my gosh.
So the book is Hushed Up History Volume 1. Here it is. It's available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, pretty much any online bookseller. You can find this. If you would like to buy it directly from me and I'll write something in it, you can email me, husheduphistory@gmail.com. As far as events coming up, the next one I will be at is June 6th, the 4th annual New Jersey Cryptids and Paranormal Conference in Plainsboro. Oh, you're going to be there too?
I'll be there, yeah.
Well, awesome. And I'll also see you that's the next one I'm going to be at. And then the next one that I think we're all going to be at is the Hollow on August 22nd.
I'll be at the Hollow with you, yes.
Yeah, we'll all be there. So
yes. I'm going to be giving a class in spirit art.
Oh my God, I hope I can go to it.
Yeah.
I know. This is the bad part about it. So the Hollow is a huge event we're having at Stockton University, August 22nd. And that's the problem, right? Because I want to go to his stuff. I'm giving a lecture there. You're doing a lecture?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And I want to hear everyone else's lecture.
I know. I want to hear all of it. So yeah, so I'll be in Plainsboro. I will be at the Hollow. I'm doing a author event in Asbury Park in October, the Books and Beers Festival.
Oh, I love that.
At Wild Air in Asbury Park. There's a couple other podcasts that I'll be chatting on, but I have stories every Thursday on Signal Network on YouTube.
Right.
Every
So
Thursday.
it's the Signal Network. I'll put that on. Where should they email you, Sarah, for a copy?
Just husheduphistory@gmail, or
Okay.
find me on Facebook. We can be buddies, and you can message me through there too. It's Sarah Blake, Hushed Up Historian is the best way to reach me there.
Okay.
Awesome. I mean,
Love it. Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm always like, friend me. I'm like,
Yeah,
people are
me.
like, oh, these people friending me. I'm like, friend me. Same.
Are you going to be
Okay, so
are you going to be like at Gettysburg or any other besides?
Unfortunately, no, I won't be able to do Gettysburg,
Oh, okay.
which I love Gettysburg.
Yeah, we're going to be up there. We're going to be there for the bash.
check. Gettysburg. Yep,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and the only one we didn't mention tonight is White Hill Mansion. That was the only bingo card that didn't get mentioned.
That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. That comes up a lot.
That's this weekend, the White Hill Man Paracon.
Okay, good. So Ron found you. So good. People are finding you. Good.
Yay.
Good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just.
What are you going to talk about at the Hollow?
I'm going to talk about an indigenous man who lived in Canada, and his job was to be the killer of Wendigos.
What a job! You have to. I'm going to get him hooked on your stories. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is how they all are. You're like, what?
Imagine getting paid to just like go and kill a Wendigo. Hey, go kill.
It was he was a very highly respected shaman in his community, and it was a family profession. His father was, his children were, but his specialty was the killing of Wendigos, because back then the Wendigo was a very, very serious threat to these people, and his task was he was the killer of the Wendigos. But unfortunately, there's a tragic end to his story as well.
Oh no! Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Come to the Hollow.
He got killed by a Wendigo. Like Wendigo attacked him.
Yeah, no, he comes from a long line of Wendigo killers. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty cool. And I agree. Sarah's storytelling is fab. Great comment. Thank you, everybody.
What's it? Van Heldenberg or who's?
Oh yeah, Van Helsing. Come on, get the Dutch names right at least.
Horror. I mean, they're like this big. These freaking names, like Van Helsing. Come on.
I know he's like he can't say Frelinghuysen like in English.
Frelinghuysen.
I don't even try to get him to pronounce it like a Dutch person because he can't even say Frelinghuysen.
I can't even say like an English person.
Initially at the Hollow, I was going to do a talk about the werewolf trials in France, but I decided to switch to the Wendigo.
Well, if you have to talk about vampires, you could use somebody next up, like over here that. She's like,
they're not sure.
I have multiple vampire stories. Just saying.
Yeah,
and I know. Yeah. Let's just say I don't give it away, like whether I am or not. I'm always like, what? No. Oh my God.
Now tell me.
There's the proof.
Does she look any different?
Looks like proof to me.
That's it.
There's proof in the pudding there. You know what I'm saying? That's very good there.
He took that picture of me. Yeah. That's exactly how I look.
Caught you off guard.
No, but it's funny because I said this last time, but I sleep like this, like on my back, like on my husband's like.
I do that too.
Alive? Yeah, exactly. It's a little creepy.
It's comfortable. What?
And I got scratched by a bat really at Trans-Allegheny before it got stuck in my hoodie, in my hood, and I got scratched. And ever since then, they're like.
See?
You're a little bit pale.
You know, she goes, you see her sleeping from her feet and stuff like that. You know, she's upside down. And
oh my God.
She's upside down like this.
Yeah, I hang upside down. Yeah. It's become quite the joke. It's like the running joke now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Vampirilla. So who you are.
Aww.
You know, so
we have some fans here. I'm not the only fangirl. Oh, I love this comment. Sarah, come to my house and tell my ghost some stories.
Absolutely. I'm in.
I love that
You can tell
idea.
the ghost stories. Hey,
What a great comment.
I will absolutely travel and tell spooky stories. I have no
That
problem with that at all.
we'll get a campfire. We'll get around the campfire and tell spooky stories. That's what we should do. That's not a bad idea. We get a location and we can make
Are
a
you a
campfire.
campfire person? Do you camp?
I don't camp, but I love campfires.
Okay,
Yeah, we
I
get like
gotcha.
a campfire going and talk.
We'll start
tell
one in the,
stories.
we'll go to the Marriott and start a campfire.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, God, my dad's a firefighter right now. He's like, what did you just say? No. We're not doing that. I was just kidding. No, I love it. I love
We
it.
got 10 minutes
I
left.
will listen.
Wait,
I
you got-
love these stories. I love telling these stories. I will absolutely tell them anywhere for any reason. I would love to.
I love
That-
it. And I love
I
how
know-
you
I
do
know the
worldwide
feeling.
stories.
I know
too.
that feeling. I love telling my stories.
Speaking of worldwide, Sarah knows I live in London. You have a friend from London here.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh no,
Nice.
have to go to London.
I know. It's like the middle. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time it is right now. I don't keep track of that. It's not my
Yeah.
job on the show. Keep track of time.
London, that'd be cool to go to London.
I know we only have another few minutes.
Yeah, we
Can I ask
have.
one more question? Like he's gonna
We
be
got-
like, no.
We got like 8 minutes of
5
6
minutes.
minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Your questions always are like a part two, two-part
I'm
question.
sorry. I'm
She
sorry.
asks a question,
Oh, I
with
love
another
it.
question, and then there's like 20 minutes answering.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. They can get your book on Amazon though, right? Your book,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Just on Amazon. That's what I got.
Amazon, Barnes and Noble,
Barnes and
pretty
Noble.
much any
Okay.
online booksellers.
All
If
right,
there's
good.
an independent bookstore, you can request that they order it.
Oh, do you like that? I think I like that.
I love that.
Is it in Asbury Park at the bookstore? At the paranormal
It
bookstore?
was. They did have a couple copies there. Yes.
I love that place.
Yeah, I did an
Fun.
event there this past October. I love that place so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I seen that somebody advertised it recently. Maybe it was you. I don't know. But it was like, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
the Jersey Devil Fable Fest.
Yes,
Is-
that's this
is hitting me.
upcoming weekend
That
too.
was me. Yeah, because I'm into that. So Jersey Devil, we're going to be down by that at the Hollow. So you're going to be all about that. My question was real quick. Do you find that some of the stories you tell, either people misled you about them or you had the wrong idea about it? Things you knew about it before? Like things that you knew about, those that you
Yeah.
knew about.
Yeah, there's been a number of stories where like I have a vague kind of framework of it, and then when I get into it, it's like, oh, this is different, or this is much more than I knew. Or another thing that's happened a lot is, so for the Hush stories, I literally have a list on my phone of stories to write about.
Nice.
And I am not exaggerating when I say at this point it's over 300 things. And I'm
I believe it.
constantly adding to it. Constantly adding to it. What I've noticed happen is there are things that I will have jotted down years ago as like this unknown story. And then now it's at a point that everybody knows it. So it's like, I'll take
Right.
that off the list because now it's,
Right.
but I like that. I'm like, oh, good. These stories should be told, and now they're told. So I'm totally okay with that.
You got to
Or
eliminate some. Yeah.
or the first story in the book is about the writing of the dictionary, which
Right.
sounds, super riveting when I say it about how the dictionary.
No,
was
it is
written,
though.
but it's a crazy story. That was actually the first story that I ever put on the website, and that's why I made it the first story in the book, because I wanted it to
love
be
that.
the same. But in the 10 plus years since I had read it, a whole different chunk of information had come out that
Oh.
was different from when I had originally written it. So I had to go back and rewrite whole sections of that story to make it accurate.
That's
right.
exactly what I was asking. If you came, if you came upon information later on, that's interesting. Okay.
We really gonna have to say goodnight.
Sorry.
It went by very quickly. It always goes by quick.
too
Yeah,
It
it
did.
really is. Our guests, we have such fantastic guests that,
We really
you know,
do.
so I want to
Yeah.
say
You
thank you
guys
for
are
coming.
fantastic hosts. I mean,
Thank
Well,
you.
Jenny is. I'm just here.
No, he's the eye candy. He's
I'm
the
just
he's
eye
the eye
candy in the
candy.
group.
That's
I'm
the
just
eye
the
candy
I'm just
right
I'm just
there. And yeah, I ask a million questions, and he's the eye candy.
Yeah.
And Kimm's the fan
So,
favorite. And thank you, Kim, because I know you're watching
yes.
this to find out her
Thank you,
reaction
Kim.
to your
Thank you.
reading. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's her house. So,
Yeah, it's her
and it's
house.
where in New Jersey? Where in Jersey?
what's that?
Where's your
Where,
house in Jersey?
what part of New Jersey? You don't have
I'm
to say
right
where.
outside of New Brunswick.
New Brunswick. I forgot. You told me that before.
So am I. Ish.
I'm old.
Yeah.
So, all right.
am
I
I,
want to
ish.
thank everybody for coming on the show. Thank you again.
Yes.
Thank everybody in the audience.
everybody.
I mean, we had some
Yeah,
great
thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that was
questions,
nice.
and we have great people in the audience like usual. And I want to thank everybody for. I want to thank everybody for being here. And I think we're going to have to end the show because we do have somebody after us.
Yes.
You know?
Make sure you go write down Italian superstitions.
Yeah.
Some
it to the
story
list.
will come up. Some story
Add
will
it to
come
the
up
list.
from that. I betcha.
Something else will come up. So I want to say thank you again. And I just want to tell everybody out there, if you're going to go and you're going to go ghost hunting or any kind of hunting or anything you got to do with spirits or ghosts or paranormal investigations, you just got to make sure you stay safe. You want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Hey, forget about it. Have a good night. Ciao,
Good night,
familia.
everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Hey, how you doing?